So in this video we will discuss about the various stages of development in a child. We know the various stages of development, that is the prenatal period and postnatal period, but we will not go into the details of prenatal period because we are only concerned about the school children, that is from pre-primary level to secondary level. So along with that we will start from infancy and going after babyhood, then early childhood, later childhood, up to adolescence. We will discuss the characteristics at each level. So the characteristics of infancy. What are the characteristics of infancy level? That is when the child is infant. We know that stage after birth to 2 weeks. What are the changes occur at that time? Look, after the prenatal period, when the child finally get birth, it comes as a shock to him or her, because the fetus is now in a drastically different environment, and uh, different development depends on how well he can adjust. So what does a normal newborn child do? It lets out a lusty cry. It first of all, the reaction that a newborn child do is the cry, so that with this cry he or she can breathe. Then comes the non-uterine environment, means the outside environment, outside the uterus of mother. So outside environment, how he will adjust. Then adjusting to room temperature, because now he is getting the room temperature, not the temperature of inside. Then sucking and swallowing of milk, so this is the new thing he or she has to learn. Then elimination of body wastes. So inside the mother womb, no need of eliminating body waste through anal or eliminating organs of human body, but now he has to learn. Then wake sleep consists of 1 hour of activity followed by 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and wake sleep cycle occurs in those infants. They wake for around 50 minutes or 1 hour at most, and then again sleep for 3 to 4 hours, and this cycle continues up to the infancy level. Then infant's adjustment is also an indication of future development. If an infant adjusts in such a way, this will mean that he can adjust to future environment. Then comes the babyhood. So babyhood we know means from after 2 weeks up to 2 years. So lots of changes occur during babyhood. Like if we say the physical development, a child can side change, that is roll over, at 4 months. Then he can sit at 6 months. Then he or she can crawls at 8 months, and then he starts standing at 10 months, and at around 14 months on average a child can fully walk. Then speech development also occurs during babyhood, like he begins to babble. Babble means small sound like baba, mama, etc. Then he shows emotions. How he shows emotions? By showing joy, affection, and curiosity to when he see something new, he show curiosity. Then he show anger, show fear. This emotional development also they are in babyhood. Then increased independence and individuality. In babyhood a child, so many things he learns, and a sort of independence he attains. And sex appropriate clothes, games, behavior, or even interactions are gradually brought in. So at babyhood the sex appropriate development also starts in the child. That means a baby will wear clothes appropriate to his sex. A girl child will wear as a type of dress which will not be worn by a boy child. Games also, they show interest in playing games which are also gender appropriate. So these are the developments in babyhood. Then characteristics of early childhood. We know that childhood starts from 2 years and extends up to 12 years, but it is generally divided into early childhood and late childhood. Early childhood can be taken to range from completion of 2 years to 6 years. What happens in this stage is also called preschoolers, because at 6 years a child gets admitted to first grade, grade 1 or class 1. So from 2 to 6 they are called preschoolers. So in this section the skills acquired by the child, like speech development and play development, also some personality development is also there. So a young child is eager to gain control over knowledge about environment. He now explored the environment. He wanted to know. He will ask questions. What is this? What is that? So he or she will learn something new. Then they are teachable. At this stage, they learn so many things. They learn how to get fed by himself or herself, that is self feeding. Then dressing, like wearing shoes, combing hair, they also learn those. And then they start painting, holding crayons, they learn those skills. Then at this stage proper pronunciation gets started. Now they will make use of full sentences to ask something or interact with someone else. And their vocabulary also gets enriched. They learn so many words in their mother tongue. Then emotions are intense with frequent emotional outbursts. At this stage emotions are very intense. For a small reason they will cry, for a small reason they will show anger. So emotions are very much intense at this stage. Then too much dependency on parents and older siblings make them unable to handle any situation alone. So at this stage what happens, that parents and siblings always care for them, show care, and so that in a lonely situation they become just at a loss. They don't know how to react. So this is also a problem at early childhood stage. Now later childhood is called actually the gang age, because it is come just after early childhood. It starts from 6 years and continues up to 11 or 12 years. So during this stage children develop a desire to independence, and they seldom obey their parents. Physical development is actually slow at this stage. Then in terms of speech development, now they start pronunciation is more clear and accurate. Then they also learn the grammar, how to talk in a grammatical correctness is there. Then so unacceptable ways of communications, like like gesturing, pointing to someone to say something, they start avoiding those things. Then shows strong desire to be an accepted member of peer group. Now they form peers. That is why they are called, these stages are called gang age. They start forming peer groups, and inside the peer group they want to become a person known to all, like this type of attitude comes in them. And social skills also develop. They start to help others, though small, but still they start helping others. This type of skills develop, cleaning at home or helping teachers at school. They start at this stage. So this stage is 6 to 11 and 12, where that means the primary level, class 1 to 5. Then desire for independence and seldom obey the parents, already discussed. Then begin to develop appropriate masculine or feminine social rules. At this stage, now that social rules, a boy or a girl sex specific rules, they start to show. And this stage, adolescence, this is the most important stage. High school students are comes under this stage. So adolescence starts from 13 years and continues up to 19 years. Lots of physical changes occur at this stage. Adolescence actually literally it means to grow to maturity. So it is an intermediate stage between we can say childhood and adulthood. So it is an intermediate stage, in between stage, adolescence. So lots of changes occurs inside the body, like a boy or a girl attains puberty, so sexual changes occur in them. According to Stanley Hall, this stage, lots of emotional changes occur inside a boy or a girl. He call it stage of storm and stress, because sudden maturity comes inside a boy or a girl, and they becomes irritable. Their emotional pattern gets irritable and moody. Then the peer group influence increases. They starts forming peers at this stage, and also they show interest in opposite sex. A boy show interest in a girl, and a girl show interest in a boy, and that is why they start showing personal grooming. They're dressing in dressing sense, or how they look. They become busy in those areas. Then at this stage another good changes occur, which is philosophical thinking. They, at this stage, they now start thinking about who am I, what is the purpose of this universe, this art. This type of philosophical thought also come at this stage. Start to come at this stage actually. Then selecting and training for a career. This is the most important stage, where a child who is in a secondary or higher secondary section of a school, actually the vocational development, what career he will choose, what career he or she will have to adopt, himself or herself. This is the right time to think about that as well. So adolescent stage is very important stage, and these are the characteristics of adolescent stage.
So this was all about today. In the next class, we will select one more topic from the TET syllabus and we will discuss on that. Thank you everyone.